It was earlier today that the story broke. We heard from Raheem Morris, Falcons head coach, that the Falcons didn't know about this all-of-a-sudden injury Kirk Cousins was going through at the end of last year, which affected his performance. We told his performance.
That he claims.
Yeah.
And that Cousins now claims.
Yeah.
Right?
And we told you at the time, after he stinks and gets benched, we hear about his injury after the season's over. If he really was hurt, we would have heard about it at the time because the team would have wanted to protect him and say, Kirk Cousins is dinged up. Maybe we go to Michael Penix Jr. However it is, they would have protected Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he was on the report for 1 week.
1 week, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you heard today Raheem Morris say that was news to us that Kirk said he was hurt. We didn't know because clearly if they don't do that, that's a lot of money that all of a sudden the NFL is going to say, hey, you owe us some cash because you are perpetrating a fraud against the public with Kirk Cousins and his health.
Yeah.
But then it was later today that Falcons GM Terry Fontenot wanted to complete the whole we are going to try everything we can to kick Kirk Cousins out of our building when he already said this is the plan for Kirk Cousins if he comes back to us next season.
You're comfortable with Kirk on the roster. What transpired about everything. What is your position now with him? Has it changed because of what has happened, and where are we with the possibility of moving him?
No, it hasn't changed. And just like with any player at any position or any decision we make, we always have to look at all the circumstances and do what's absolute best for the Atlanta Falcons. But at this point, that hasn't changed.
But, Terry, I just want to follow up real quick. How does something like that kind of happen with the injury report stuff? Is that something that is – because he doesn't show up after the Denver week. Is that on the player to report that? Where does the fault lie there?
Correct. This is he was on the injury report that week, the week heading into the Denver game. He wasn't on the injury report any other times at any other point in the season outside of that, so we weren't aware of any injuries outside of that. It's our job when a player's injured to make sure he's on the injury report, so that's the only thing we were aware of.
Fontenot and Raheem Morris also went on to get in more depth, not just the injury, but as you heard Fontenot talk about going forward with Kirk Cousins on the roster. Michael Penix is our quarterback, and Michael Penix will continue to be our quarterback when asked about Cousins' chances of retaking the starting job. They have both said if he comes back to the team this year, it will be as a backup. And this is everything the Falcons can do to try to get Kirk. If you want to start, got to do something with your contract, man. Got to do something. You want to just let you go? We got to figure something out because you're coming back here as a backup. We are going to do everything we can to push you out of here. It's not a healthy situation where your former starter is still on the team, but it's your fault for giving him $40 million a year and then going out and drafting your quarterback of the future, Michael Penix Jr. So that's what's going on right now. This whole Kirk Cousins being the backup, they're mad at him for saying I was hurt. Whoa, you're not putting this evil on us, Ricky Bobby. We didn't know you were hurt. You're not doing this to us. Now we're going to tell you if you come back, you're coming back as the backup, and that's it. They want him gone, and Cousins has to decide, do I want to be gone? Do I want to take less money to go someplace else? Because this is, 3 more years and $40 more million a year. So that's what's happening right now is this contest of if you're going to come back, you're not going to play, and we know you still want to play, but if you do something, we can maybe move you because no one's trading for him. No one's trading for a benched 37-year-old quarterback who looks like he's done. Aaron Rodgers at least ended the season. We talked about it. The last few games were really good. He has a little bit more market, because he ended well. When you end on the bench and you were no good, no one's trading for you. Not happening. So this is what's happening right now. This is our battle of wills. And we're telling you, you're not going to play. And if you want to play, you got to come to us with something financial.
No, it was Kirk Cousins with the full Kodachrome moment. Quote, I could see the writing on the wall, unquote, as you go through. And they cited the stretch where he was just terrible, right? That 4 or 5 game stretch. And we obviously saw it was on the field, and then we decided to make the change. At no point did we know he was hurt.
Oh, you think he got hurt counting his Coles bucks?
Could have been.
He's kind of look at these. Go, ow! Oh, I cut my finger, and then he fell, walking over, trying to get the cut finger for the Coles bucks.
And he was heading over to get the latest flannel shirts or whatever he was going to add to the wardrobe.
I got these Coles bucks today. They expire tomorrow at noon. I gotta go.
But the other thing is,
You think I haven't been to Kohl's?
No, that was well done.
You mean this expires? You're giving me this coupon now. It expires tomorrow, and I can't use it online. What are you doing to me?
No, that was my favorite when my younger daughter would win one of those quarterly awards, right, at one of the assemblies, and they'd hand out a gift. It was like, this place went out of business.
Yeah,
4 months ago. Like, what are we doing here? What
Yeah,
can I
we
trade
bought
this
them.
in for?
We bought them. They were still around.
Why do I get to trade this for? But Cousins was doing stuff at the Super Bowl when he made that admission, and then he was at other events, and he wouldn't talk to any of the Atlanta reporters. Like, we just want some clarification. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Like, why are you like I said, you're reading the writing on the wall. Penix is the guy, and now it's all right, how do we make the best of this situation from a monetary? Look, he's a business Hall of Famer.
Sure.
Right? He's the king.
Yeah.
Like, he might be the first enshrinee.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, Revis might go in first.
Oh, yeah.
Then
he had a lot of finesse. Okay, so the two of them. We'll take the two of them. They did it well. And he's a Super Bowl champion with the
that's true. You do have
the Patriots that has that going for him. But for Captain Kirk, like, he lost a lot of the goodwill, I think, that he built up, right? The reputation goes a bit towards the to the toilet in this in terms of how you played this, and you have no market. But also, if you're hurt, like, they'll do everything they can to cover for you if that's the case, right? Of like, hey, Kirk's playing, Michael's not ready, but Kirk's here, because we called for it for how many weeks? 6?
Oh, yeah.
Before Penix finally showed up on a
It's happening.
It's like he's done. He's not moving well. He doesn't look right. What's going on? He's got no zip on the ball. He never had any lateral movement, but all of those things, it just got worse and worse till they finally pulled the plug on it. And now you're in the fight with the coach and GM and everybody getting in front of a microphone as quick as they can to be like, oh, no. Absolute, he lied to us because he went through the paces, right? Yeah. And that's the thing for them, right? If he's still at practice, even if he doesn't look 100, if he's going through, you're going to give a 37-year-old guy with the number of starts he's had
in a row,
the benefit of the doubt, which they did to their own detriment.